Welcome back, Kingdom Death fans, to year 12 of the Dagobah settlement. I know it's been long awaited. I took some time off. I was under the weather for quite some time. I finally just got my voice back, so I do apologize for the amount of time that year 12 has taken place. In the meantime, I was able to check out a few other games. I am running a second run-through of Pandemic Legacy with some of my other buddies. I'm doing Mice and Mystics with my wife, another round of Imperial Assault with my good friend Gabe. So I was a little busy in the meantime while I was sick, but now I'm ready to do some more recordings and to charge forward towards the end. The other day, actually, the expansions were announced from Adam Poots, and as I unfortunately was not a Kickstarter backer, but as soon as they go up for pre-orders, I will be ordering the expansions and losing my bank account apparently, but whatever. So I'm looking forward to that, but of course I need to finish out this campaign. So I'm going to be charging forward and hopefully be putting out maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, kind of like I used to, so I can get to the end. Again, I've never finished this game. I've gotten to about, I think it was year 19 with another friend of mine, and I stopped. We didn't lose, I just stopped because I wanted to start from the beginning and actually record these, so I have no idea what the boss, I think the Watcher is his name, I have no idea what to expect or what's happening there, but I do know, these next few years of kind of what happens, especially this year. So you'll see there's a few things that I do differently, kind of in anticipation for something happening. It may or may not happen, so who knows? But I'm ready. I'm excited to get back into this. And as my time was off, I was wondering if there's any other sorts of videos people kind of wanted to see of me, because I do like doing these. So if you guys have any ideas, any other type of solo games, or maybe some games that I can play with friends of mine, I can put them out there. So any ideas, just leave into comments and I'd be more than happy to start tackling those as well. So thanks a lot, and I will go upstairs and start setting up. Just as I thought, this year I will be going and fighting a level 2 White Lion again, and as always I wanted to give you my current lineup. So I'm bringing Mara Jade back out again. This time she has another piece of Phoenix gear, her Phoenix Greaves. So we've got the helmet, the chest piece, and the boots now for her. So she's gearing up pretty nicely. Next is going to be Boba Fett, again going out with the White Lion set and the 2 Katars. He did pretty well last year, so hopefully he can do another great showing. Yoda is going out, and this time he's going to be sporting the new Zambato. So my first grand weapon I will be using with him. I got that last year. So it is slow. Now, Yoda did have -1 speed, which is why I decided to switch over to this. So he only gets 1 attack. It is frail, but it's also deadly. And I got the affinity bonuses, so it's devastating. So whenever I wound, I would inflict 1 additional wound, which is why I'm going out with him. 2 things that I did craft, because after I've spent like 2 weeks not playing this game, and I've been looking through the different gear, and I finally decided to put the Zambato on Yoda. I saw that I needed to get these affinity sets set up. I didn't have a red down in this rawhide set, so I went back and I built a scrap dagger and another monster grease out of all of the resources that I had from the previous settlement. Since obviously that doesn't change anything, I crafted those 2 to put into the set here. And then finally we're going to bring out Finn, who we used once before. He's coming out as our quote-unquote tank here in the leather set, only because Captain Phasma, she has that anxiety problem, I think it is, so she has to sit out every other settlement phase. The one really cool thing now is I got that shield specialization, so now anytime someone uses a shield, I also get another +1 to all of my armor locations, as well as, I think it is, you're no longer knocked down after a collision with a monster, so that's helpful. Oh, he does not have the specialization for the axe. So let me remove that so I don't get that confused. But he has 6 armor at all locations right now, which is really, really helpful. So again, he's going to be my tank. We still have the setup here, so maybe I will eventually remember at the end of my activation I can move 1 space. He has a monster grease. So everyone's got 4 survival. One thing that you will notice is I'm not bringing any bone pickaxes with me this year. I do have my 1 bone sickle. If it comes up, I will explain to you why I didn't bring my bone pickaxe this year. But again, I don't really want to spoil anything. So we'll see if it actually comes up. Alright, I've got the hump board set up. So let me just swing the camera around and get ready. Okay, so here we are at the hump board. Feels weird. It seems like it's been a while, and hopefully I can remember how everything goes. But I'm feeling good about this. I'm definitely in the mood here. So let's start off with our tank Finn at the first specialized location, Prowling Lion. While the survivors stalk the white lion, the monster hunts something else. Move the white lion 1 space away from the survivors on the hump board in the pursuit of its prey. The white lion starts the showdown with ground fighting in play. Alright, so I gotta remember that. That's pretty good because it gives me, I remember that beginning phase. I can walk around, I can search for anything in the terrain, I can set up for any of my attacks. Just as long as you have range, Prowling Lion is a good thing to pull. So we all get to move up. There's no extra added rolls that I need to do there. So let's have Yoda come up next with that giant sword of his. The Zambato is what I'm talking about. And let's see, Lion in Heat. The darkness is filled with unearthly screeching and yowling. Huddled together, survivors close their eyes but cannot sleep. All survivors suffer 1 brain event damage. So I guess the lion found its prey and started screaming. So Finn goes down to 0 insanity. Yoda's at 5. Boba is also at 5. And Mara goes down to 3. Okay. Not so bad. Next is going to be Boba. And this is going to be just a roll-off. Okay. Let's take a look here. 59. Sad music playing here in the background. But we find the signs of battle. The survivors come upon the remains of a terrible battle between their quarry and some unknown foe. The event revealer may choose to investigate. Well, absolutely, Boba's going to investigate. If they do, gain +1 courage and roll on the table. Okay. Sweet. Well, Boba is the only one that gains the courage, I'm assuming. And that's going to trigger his bold. So I'm going to have to roll for that. But let me see if that really matters. I'm just going to roll on this table below right now. A 10. Nice. Already rolling off on those criticals. 8 or more. The remains of the tremendous beast proves useful. The event revealer gains 1 random basic resource. Alright. Let's see what I find. Some monster organ. The only thing I don't really need are these silly organs. I'll take bone. Bone is really what I'm looking for. Because if you guys remember last year, I want to start saving for that scrap smelting. So I could build the... What is that? Build a blacksmith. And I wasted 1 of my bones on building that scrap dagger. So I kind of have to make up for it. So let me go ahead and roll for Boba's courage. So I think that story arc is bold. Knock that out of the way. Okay. So I got it in the hunt phase. So I am prepared. So whenever I roll for a straggler, I add my hunt XP. So that's going to be helpful. I got a lot of straggler events, it seems. And then I roll a d10. So let's use that white die again. Let's get another 10. Or a 4. Gain +1 understanding. Okay. So Boba goes to 2 understanding. Not so bad. Permanent strength or movement would have been, movement would have been great. But I get smarter and more courageous, so can't complain there. Another random event, and this is going to be Mara Jade. Let's roll for her. 70. Tomb of Excellence. The survivors find a serene, luxurious tomb, immaculate in the construction and condition. The elegant murals decorate the walls, depicting glorious victories over the very monsters the survivors are hunting. The survivors are baffled by its presence. Roll on the table. So this is something new for us, right? We've never seen this. Oh boy, hopefully it's not a scary picture. The survivors experience a false sense of confidence in their hunt and lose one survival each. Alright. I guess we're afraid of these pictures. Maybe it shows the lion killing other survivors. So I'll get knocked down to 3 survival. Okay. And now I am doing, this perfect. The herb gathering. Now we've done this before. If you remember, I have to roll a number of black dice. I get to choose, and I have to get a certain value. Let me go to that. Herb gathering. So the target number that I usually want to shoot for is anywhere between 45 and 74. Anything above 75 is like this swamp, which we've never been there. I don't even know what's there. So I guess we could try to do that. And I think this also says the survivors consume herbs and berries. All survivors gain +1 survival. So that's the reason why I put it all the way back here. So that survival that I lost from looking at that creepy picture, I just got back by smelling the flowers, I guess. So let's try and start off good with 4 dice here. Oh, that's definitely good. All right, let's see if I can do this math pretty quickly. So this is 17, 24, 29. It's pretty good. Let's do another 4. Okay. 29. That's 39. 39. That's 44. And 51. Okay. 51. I only need 25 more. Right. So let's do another 4 dice. All right, 51. 2 sevens. Maybe I should have gone for the 3s. 51. I need 25 more. Let's do it. I'm gonna do 5 dice. Going big. I think I got it. Right? That's 9. That's another 18. So that's 51. So 69. Oh yeah, I'm definitely over it. 77. Oh yeah, I'm in the 80s. Sweet. So we are going to the swamp. So I'm gonna swing around here. Let me take a look. I don't know if it's a good thing to find the swamps or what, but I'm guessing it's good. Alright, so here's that chart. See if you can see that a little better. So once you get all the way over here, you explore the swamps, and there's a whole nother grid, and then even another grid. So explore the swamp. Roll a d10. Let's get a good one here. There's a 9, so let's see. A 4. You find a captivating clearing. Roll on this table again and add +1 to the result. Any survivors that have not explored may now also roll on this table. What? Any survivors that have not explored. Well, I'm assuming that explore the swamps. Does it mean everyone explores the swamps? Let's see. It's add +10. Oh yeah, and I didn't even have to add that +10 past overwhelming darkness. Roll on the table and add +1 to the result. Any survivors that have not explored may now also roll on this table. Oh, I guess each person rolls. Okay, so I guess that's each person because each thing might say, like, bad things happen. So let's just say that was for Finn because that's the first person. So they get to roll again. Any survivors that have not explored may now also roll on this table. So I'm assuming they now get the +1 as well. So let's have Finn roll again on the table and add 1. So that is now a 6. A ghostly flower blooms, uncovering a face inside. It tells you that you are a peaceful, careless flower. Remove any disorders and gain apathetic disorder. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Apathetic, I think that's like one of the worst disorders you can get. Well, I think is one of the worst disorders you can get. I don't want to explore these damn swamps. If I'm going to find a ghost flower, apathetic. Yeah. Look at this. You cannot use or gain survival. You cannot gain courage. Cure this disorder if you have 8 or more understanding. Freaking poor Finn. Poor Finn, man. He freaking is told that he's a careless flower. Oh, I don't want to roll a 6 or... This could really hurt. So Yoda here. Yikes. 7. Okay, +1. You observe a small insect pollinating a flower, gain +1 understanding, and a fresh acanthus strange resource. Oh, that's all I'm getting here is a stupid fresh acanthus and an understanding. Alright, so he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at 6 understanding, and I'll get that fresh acanthus in a second. Jesus, this is a scary swamp. Alright, next is going to be Boba. 10 +1, so 11. Alright, so this is the best thing that could happen in the swamps here, right? Right before I'm about to read this. If this isn't good, I am not exploring these swamps again. I do not want to gain apathetic. Deep in the swamp, you find a twisting vine in the shape of a withering hand holding a fruit. Seductive and repulsive, the shining fruit is a sight to behold. You must eat the fruit. If you cannot consume, then nothing happens. Alright, great. So here is eating the fruit. This is that extra chart to the side here. So I'm going to have to eat this fruit. I don't know if it's good or bad. In Kingdom Death, it's probably both. 9. That is awesome. So an 8+. Alright, so again, this is the best thing that could happen. Me getting into the swamps, finding the fruit, and eating the fruit. I need an 8+. Let's see. This has got to be good. Bitter blue seeds stain your mouth with thick black juice. Their powerful flavor awakens you. You are forever changed. Gain 1 permanent blue affinity, which is, I think, almost pointless. You're telling me I went in here, ate this fruit, I got a blue freaking affinity? I want, like, this awesome flower weapon. Like a flower, ghost flower power. I just gain a blue affinity? No, come on. Boba Fett with a blue affinity. That's wonderful. And I got Mara Jade over here. What did she find? 4. You find a captivating clearing roll on the table. Add +1 to the result. Alright, so now I'm going to add a +2 to this. 8, 10. Oh, great. She finds the freaking fruit again. She's going to eat this fruit. It's a 5. Tart, sticky green seeds scorch your sinuses before settling into a delicious, freshening feeling. You are forever changed. Gain +1 green permanent affinity. So that's what it is. If you want to go into the swamp to gain constant affinities, this is what you need to do. You got to get down here. You got to roll a 10 while your buddy is talking to some ghost flower who's calling him peaceful. Eat the fruit. Make sure it doesn't kill you, apparently. And gain some affinities. So that was a blue affinity for Boba and green affinity for Mara Jade. And poor Finn over here can't, what is it, gain or use survival. My tank can't use survival. So my guy who's going to be freaking dashing on this white line here, my strategy's going to have to change. Alright. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we are back to poor peaceful Finn over here to do this next one. Scratching grounds. Claw marks scratch the grounds. Stars may choose to investigate. Each survivor that investigates gains +1 courage and rolls on the table. So yes, everyone's going to be doing this. I want the stats. So Finn, Peaceman gets his 2nd courage. Yoda 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 courage. Boba gets his 4th, and Mara gets her 2nd. So now I need to roll off for each one of them. So let's see. Finn, Yoda, Boba, Mara. Okay. Group these out. So a 3, 7, 6, 5. So 1 through 3, Strifling through the rubble. The survivor suffers 1 brain event damage to the arms. Okay. That's okay. I'm knocked down to 5 armor. Okay. 4 to 8, nothing happens. Oh, great. Yeah, 9 or 10 is when I find resources. So, whatever. +1 courage for everybody, and I lose 1 armor point. I will take any and every day. Okay. Now I have to do that overwhelming darkness. This is a long hunt event, right? Find these silly swamps. Maybe it'll be worth it in the end, but risk versus reward, I don't know if it's really worth it. Okay, so this is when I split my survivors up into different paths. So all the insane survivors, which is everybody but Finn. And then Finn goes down the path of the doomed. Cool. The most peaceful doomed player. So let me roll for him. And I think I might get +1. Except I thought I got a bonus to this. Am I just crazy? There we go. Add +1 to the results. Okay. So doomed Finn, 7 +1 is 8. Gain +1 insanity and +1 courage. Sweet. So he has 1 insanity, and that takes off his 3rd courage, so he becomes bold. Even though these apathetic people, I don't really even use them. Because why would I use them if I can't spend survival, right? So this is again in the hunt phase, so he is prepared. Oh, D10, a 3. Yay. +1 speed token for the next fight. Can't even get anything cooler than that. Alright, +1 speed for Finn. Okay, next. So this is Yoda's Path of the Insane. 3. Oh god. You envision a strange fruit. This whole thing has been about fruit that pulses with your heartbeat. You smash it. Spend all your survival. At least 1 or die. Oh. There goes Yoda's survival. Can't be doing my special dashes again. Okay, next is going to be Boba. 7 +1 is 8. You find a strange piece. Lose all insanity. Okay. So bad. Got me down to 0 insanity. And then Mara Jade. 10. Hysterical. Suffered the frenzy brain trauma. Okay, I think that also means that I can't spend survival, and I gain +1 speed and +1 strength. I think I have it right here. Should probably just look. Sometimes it's good, but You know what's scary is I'm going into this fight with only Boba Fett having survival. And I think survival is key, obviously, when you're fighting really any monster, but especially level 2. Where am I? Frenzy brain trauma. Alright, gain 1d5 insanity. So that's 2 insanity. So she goes up to 5. Okay. +1 speed token, +1 strength token. Ignore slow on melee weapons. You may not spend survival. You may not use fighting arts. You may not use weapon. Okay. Great. I don't lose my survival, but I can't use it. And I get a speed and a strength token. So let me get those now. And let me get like this crazy looking token. This probably means that I'm frenzied, right? So I'll put that on her so I don't forget. Great. And yeah, I make it out. And who is it? I think it's next. It's Yoda to do this. Another random event. It would have been nice to find a silly cub to have slaughtered and butchered, but I guess that couldn't have happened. What is that? Just a 2. Okay. This should be the last random event before finding this white lion. And I find a corpse. The survivors are overcome by a sudden chill, their breath seizing in their lungs. The survivors freeze, each losing 1 survival. Well, you know what? That really doesn't matter. But knocks down my poor only survival person to 3. Luckily, it wasn't like if you can't use survival, you're dead. Okay. At the sun center of the frost is a perfectly preserved corpse. If your settlement chose the cannibalized death principle, oh yeah, we want to eat this person. The event revealer gains 1 random basic resource. Alright. I'm just gonna eat this person up. Yummy, yummy, yummy! And it's, we can't even make out what it is, so sweet. It's the best one. And if I choose grave, something else would happen. Roll a 1d10. On a 6 or more, the event revealer suffers 1 brain event damage. Okay, whatever. No problem. Yeah, okay, he loses 1 brain because he ate a frozen corpse. Fine with me, Yoda. You can eat all the brains you want. And that's it. So now I attack this white lion here. I'll set him up. I have to make sure that, what was it? Ground fighting's in play. I got 2 resources out of that, a monster organ and a question mark. Frenzied here. Finn can't use survival. It's apathetic. Let me write that down. It's a disorder. You know what? I think I might be able to, don't the drums cure disorders? Let me double check. Remove 1 disorder, yeah. So that might be helpful if I can get rid of this apathetic. Okay. And yeah, man, this is going to be... I just got to try and burn this guy down quickly. I got a lot of armor, which is good. I found out what was in the swamp, right? Some affinities, a blue and a green. And, yeah, let me set that up. Let me get the terrain ready. So let me go through here. I usually have, 2 grass? Is it 2 grass? No. It's grass and then 2 randoms. So I like to pull that out first, and then I pull 2 cards. Hopefully it's something that I can search for. Columns, that is not anything helpful. And I pulled 2 cards, so it was really this one that's right here. Oh, no. I only pulled 1 card. So I have a bunch of columns. That is not helpful at all. So let me set this up, and I will see you soon. Hopefully I can kill this guy quickly. Kind of nervous. So, let's do it. Okay, so we got the hump board set up. So let me start over. Alright, so the showdown board here is set up, and again, ground fighting is in play, so That almost gives the white line here an extra wound. But it gives me a better strategy on how to set up. I do have a lot of these columns. I kind of put them to the side. There's also 2 that I couldn't find, so I'm just using like 2 blanks to kind of represent them. And they're really on the edges of the board. I don't even know if you can get them in here. I don't really like these columns. They're good for certain bosses, but I'm not really too sure about the line at the moment. I'm sure you could use them to a better extent than what I am, but for right now, they're out of the way. Now, because I can take as many turns as I want, almost, to go through and set myself up, I was actually going to I was thinking of like putting Yoda next to him, and the turn I got to attack, I could attack and then back up. Since I can't dodge out of the way now, not dodge, but since I can't dash, I can't like move in, attack, and dash away because of his claw attack. I was thinking of, why don't I just keep him right here, wait for the turn that I attack, and then back up. But the problem is, it's at the end of every round. So if I don't land my attack with my archer, which I usually do first to get rid of ground fighting, he's going to extend his claws and pull him away. So I actually have to set this guy, Yoda, back here. So that's why I put him off to the side, and that's why my setup's like this. I want Boba Fett to be able to jump in and do a pounce and shoot with my arrow and then attack with Finn here. But to start things off, I'm going to keep going through, well, I'm only going to really do it once, and do my cat eye circlet to look at the top 3 hit location cards. So I do have these free turns, and let's see, I've got the Beast's Ear. Failure, he jumps back 1 space, so that would kind of mess up a lot of the attacks. Failure, he performs a basic action, and failure, perform a basic action. Okay. Now, let me get this out too. So again, this is a level 2 White Lion. So he's got 16 health, really 17 with that extra ground fighting. He has 10 toughness, +1 speed, and +1 damage. So let me get those tokens out, just so I don't forget. Luckily, he's not, where's my damage? Luckily, he's not, like, frenzied, or he didn't lose any testicles this time. So that's a good thing. Because I think last time he was fighting, he was doing, like, +4 damage. That was pretty scary. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I want that first attack. If I fail, he jumps back. So let's do that. Put that one on top, and then that way I'll move Boba in 1 extra space. So 1, 2, 3. He'll jump even if he moves over 1 space. I can still attack him from here, and let's just push Yoda back 1, just to be on the safe side. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So now I'm going to skip a whole round. Oh, actually, the same round I'm going to activate this Rawhide headband. Let's not forget that. So I look at the top 2 AI cards. I put them back in any order. Okay, so he has Claw and Grasp. So Grasp is closest knockdown survivor, then closest survivor, and this is when he attacks him and he pulls him away. So I would rather have Claw in play. Oh, Grasp is only 1 speed. But I think I would rather have Claw in play, so I'm going to put Grasp on top, hoping that when I damage him, I discard that card, right? That's the whole point of it. Okay. See, I might be coughing a little bit, so I apologize. Alright, skip ahead to next round. We're going to start things off with Mara Jade. So she's going to take that Clawhead arrow, that 1 speed weapon, so I can't add my Frenzy bonus to this. So I get to take a shot here. Okay, it hits on a 6. 5, so it's a miss. Hooray! Okay, well, since I missed, I'm going to skip ahead to the next round. And actually, who am I going to attack with next? Because it was a jump back 1 space, right? I don't have any proficiencies with any of these weapons. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go in with Yoda first, right? Because I get 1 attack. Let's start things off with him. So he hits on, with the Zambato, he hits on a 6. 4. That's a miss. Okay. Next, let's actually, I guess maybe start with Boba. So let's pounce. 1, 2, 3. So I'm attacking from behind. Okay. So it is, pounce gives me +1 accuracy, and when I pounce, I get +1 strength. So I have 6 attacks, because of course I have these weapons paired. 6 attacks, they hit on 7s, +1 accuracy because I pounce 6s, and +1 accuracy because I'm attacking from the blind spot, so 5s. Hit on 5s, my armor gives me +1 speed. Wow, so I really, again, yeah, I have 7 attacks. Can't forget that. 7 attacks hitting on 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, only 4. It's okay. 4 attacks, and this is a lot of strength, right? So it's at 3, 4, 5 because of the armor, and 6 because I got +1, and 7 because of the pounce. Wow. Okay, so 7. So really, I need, 3's the wound, right? Toughness 7. So let's get those 4 hit locations out. Okay. And, alright, well, we don't want the jump away failure, just in case I do fail that. Failure basic action, and wound. Alright, let's do the safe thing first. So it's going to be ribs, hand, tricep, ear, in that order. Okay, so I only need a 3 to wound. It's pretty good. Boba's starting things off right. 3, okay, that's a wound. If the attacker has 3 or more understanding, which I don't. Okay, but that's my first hit, that's my wound, and that is that grab that we wanted to get out of their way. Alright, next is Strange Hand. 2. That's a failure. Okay, so the hand turns around. Instinctively striking back, the white lion's oddly human hand darts forward. Perform basic action targeting the survivor. So, not off to a great start. So basic action for this guy was, what was it, 2 attacks, right? So +1 speed. So he has got 3 speed, accuracy hits on 2, and I do not have any monster grease on Boba Fett, so hits on 2s. Okay, sweet. I missed one of them, which is awesome. So 2 attacks, and this is for only 2 damage apiece. That's not so bad. To the body and the waist. So I will just take those 2 hits, knocking me down to 1 armor. So I try to team up and jump up on this lion. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Timeout. Alright, I apologize. It has been a while since I played, right? And we talked about this whole ground fighting thing, right? I just have to keep attacking with my range character. Or else the white lion would have attacked Yoda. He would have attacked poor Boba Fett over here. Actually, I think pouncing would get around ground fighting. Right? When a monster spends... Yeah. When a survivor spends an activation in the zone of death. Okay, so I don't really have to back up that much. Because I can actually pounce from over here, because that's when I spend my activation, my action, and then I move and then attack. So that gets around ground fighting. So honestly, it's just me not attacking with with Yoda first by moving in and activating. I really should have just, to play it safe, I really just should have kept going with my archer to do the attacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make his action happen after, and it's still going to be a miss no matter what. So this way I don't have to change anything, because that, to me, would feel like it would be a little bit worse if I reset all the way back to the beginning. Just so I know. So that was my first wound, and that's what did it. So now I discard ground fighting. That's what triggered it. Alright, so that was 2 damage, right, in the body and the waist. So he got upset and hit me back there. Next is going to be the tricep. So again, I need a 3 to wound, a 9, and that's a critical, because these katars are deadly, which is awesome. The torn muscle causes agonizing pain. So they're going back and forth blows. I stab him, he swipes me, I stab him in the tricep. The torn discard 1 mood currently in play, which, okay, I lost that mood. Currently in play, and the white lion is knocked down. Okay. While the white lion is knocked down, all reactions are canceled and all hits rolled are 3 or more. So this kind of does change Yoda's here. So I think he rolled a 5 to hit, right? So that would be a hit. So I won't change my roll, but I will change that attack. And that is a wound. We'll see. Maybe I'll roll a die to see if it's in my favor or not to do it or not. Alright, and then the beast's ear. See if this is a wound. 8. That is another wound, which is awesome. Okay. So, do I want to actually... He's knocked down, right? I could surge and attack again. I'm just, again, of course, I'm nervous about that trap card, right? So let's have everyone else go. Let's have Mara Jade. She's gonna shoot. Ugh, man, it's not that powerful. Strength. All right, yeah, let's have Mara Jade. She's gonna shoot. So it is 2 attacks, +1 because she's got an extra speed. So it's 3 attacks with this bow. At strength, it's gonna be strength 4. Okay, so that's 2 hits. And there is the trap card. So let me pull both 2 hits. It doesn't matter, they're all going to get shuffled. So the trap stands the monster up. And my trap cards are on. Yeah, and then she comes after me and attacks me. Basic action. So 3 speed, hitting on 2. I'm in the bushes, so hits on 4s. So 2 hits. Okay. 2 hits, both in the hand. Yikes. And guess what? The hand is the only place that poor Mara Jade really doesn't have any armor. Yeah, she's gloveless. Okay. So 2 damage takes her down to a heavy hit. 1 hit. And then the other one's going to have to make her roll, but I've got Dried Acanthus on her. So I ignore the first time I suffer a severe injury, ignore it and archive this card instead. So I have to get rid of my poor Dried Acanthus. But it did save her life. She gets knocked down. And I can't dodge that because, I was frenzied, unfortunately. But still alive. And that makes it better. Well, I guess it really doesn't make it better. But I would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Yoda over here. And, I would have rolled a 5, right? A 5 from behind. Would have been a hit. So honestly, what I'm going to do as I shuffle this hit location deck is I'm just going to roll again to see if he would actually hit the white line from there. Okay. The last time it would have counted as a hit with a 5 from behind, so I'm just going to roll again. Okay, let's see. Alright, so Yoda's going to go. I need a 5 to hit. It's a 6. Okay, good. So this is a hit, and I've got to pull a hit location. So I come up from behind. I guess he was just envisioning how he wanted to attack the white line the first time. But they told him to stop because ground fighting's in play. He got a little, anxious with his Zimbato, so that's why he held off. Alright, I attack him in the femur. Blow lands on the monster's leg. So this giant sword with 6 strength plus 3 strength is 9. Just as long as I don't roll a 1 here. And 9. Okay, this weapon is deadly. Plus I have +1 luck, so an 8 or more would have actually done damage here. So this is a critical. You bruise the white lion's femur, crippling its graceful movement. The white lion gains -1 movement token and gain 1 random white lion resource. So even though that Yoda only gets 1 attack each round, and it really doesn't hit that well, right? It's not that great of a hit. It's like a 50-50. But I gain a white lion resource. Okay, cool. But when it does hit, it's pretty devastating, I would assume. Sweet. Bone. Another great cat bone, which is what I want. And it is, because I set up those affinities, it is devastating. So it actually does an additional wound. So that's 2 wounds. Okay. Because the white lion's going to pull somebody out of the way. I can't get rid of these people because I can't do my last strategy of dashing away. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. I'll go here with Finn, and he's going to attack. I'm behind him because I want to get that extra accuracy. And I'm attacking with this counterweight axe. 2 attacks. Oh, I do have an extra speed. That's sweet. So 3 attacks. I need 5 to hit because I'm from behind. 2. 2. On a perfect hit, do not draw a card. Needed 10 there for automatic wounds. So I hit him in the beast's elbow, which is if I fail, he runs forward and it's going to grab poor Mara Jade over here. And the beast's ribs, we've seen before. So let's attack in the ribs first. So it's a strength 4 weapon. So I need a 6th wound. 7. It's a sweet wound. I do not have 3 understanding, so nothing happens. Alright, this is one that really counts. This beast's elbow. 8. Yes. Yes. Another wound. Could have been dangerous. Okay. So that's my turn. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds to him in 1 round. Pretty helpful. This is where it might start affecting us. So the monster's turn now. And it is a moved card. Alert. When a survivor moves into a space within the zone of death, stop their movement, they gain the priority target token, discard alert, and perform basic action. So again, this is whenever I move within 1, 2, 3, it looks like really 4 spaces to the monster. He comes after me and performs a basic action. That's not so bad. So that's actually his turn. It doesn't make him draw another AI card, but it's at the end of his turn, so now I have to do that whole cunning where he extends his claws and he pulls one of my guys. I kept Finn next to him because he is my tank, so that's why I didn't move him back 1 space. So it's going to be random on who he selects. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So it's the tank. So it's Finn. So it is place a target knocked down in front of the monster. If they are adjacent to our target 1 random and full move the white line directly away from all threats. Okay. So she is not a threat because she's knocked down. So he's actually going to go this way. And the movement of this white line, now that he is at a -1, is now it is 6 because it was 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pulls Finn. He suffers grab. So he puts him knocked down in front of him. Even though he's immune to bash, he's not immune to grab, which is an automatic knockdown. And it's 2 damage, right? 2 damage to the waist. So my armor goes down to 4, which is not bad at all, right? Okay, so I can't stand up again. I'm just going through the rules again. I can't stand up again until the end of the next monster phase. She does get to stand up now, right? And I'm just going to swing around and make sure that the line is in zoom because I actually have the camera plugged in, which is pretty good, so I don't run out of battery. Yeah, you guys can't really see that poor line over there. So, back this up. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. These are pretty far away, but we'll try it out this year to see how people like it. If you think that I know it's not really exciting, you know, to look at. I would like to have 2 cameras, maybe 3 cameras eventually set up and have different views and different angles. But if this is too far away, either A, I'll just get an extension cord. I guess I'm kind of lazy. I guess I could have just got an extension cord to plug this in. Just let me know if the view's okay. Maybe I'll set it up differently next time. Who knows? If it doesn't bother you, just let me know that too. That'd be great. The monster moves all the way over here. And now it's my turn. I gotta make sure I don't move within this space. But what actually might be pretty useful is to move to bring the monster back to me, right? So let's start off with, let's shoot with Mara Jade. She gets 3 attacks of the speed, 4 strength. So instead of using the cat eye circlet, let's actually do some damage. Okay. So that's 2 hits. I rolled a 10, a 3, and a 7. 2 hits here. So in the gut and the maw. Alright. Ooh. Alright, so let's do the beast maw first. So strength 4. I need a 6 to wound. 3 is not a wound. Failure. The monster roars triumphantly. Roll 1d10 on a 4 or more, which is a 4. The attacker suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. So she suffers 2 brain damage, so she's down to 3. And is knocked down. Oh, hooray! Don't fall apart now. Poor pieces. Really should glue these. And that's both my hits, so that wasn't that helpful. Alright, I could have Yoda go in. He's pretty tanky right now. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I move here, that's when the lion comes at me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That triggers alert. Comes here. Yoda gains the priority target, so he will get attacked during the next monster phase. Put that next to him so I don't forget it. And the monster is going to attack. So it's 3 attacks, accuracy 2, 3, 4. I'm in the bushes. I have monster grease 5, rawhide vest affinity 6. Okay, 2 hits, a 6, 10, and a 2. So this is 2 damage apiece in the waist and the head. So I've got 4 armor in all those locations. So that knocks me down half my armor. Oh, I've got leprosy. -1 damage. So it is... Wow, alright. So it's only 1 to the head and 1 to the body. Wow. Yoda is the tank when he's got some armor on. Alright. So now Yoda attacks back with this giant Qatar here. I need a 6 this time to hit. And a 5. No good. No good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring Boba Fett in. And get those 7 attacks again. Alright, I don't have the pounce, so I don't have the accuracy, and I'm not attacking from behind, so I only hit on 7s this time. Womp womp. 7 attacks. And I had 1 caulk. And it is okay. So, they all miss. Even with the 1 caulk, I was like, I might get an attack in. No, I did not. I think I'm going to... I gotta do some wounds this round, right? Or else this round's a waste. Alert is discarded. So let's do that. I'm gonna surge with Boba Fett and attack again. I gotta get, even if I got like 2 or 3 hits. Okay, that's better. So it's 4 hits. 9, 9, 10, 7. Okay, 4 hits. Coming out. Fast. The groin, the tricep, the temple, and the hand. Okay, we've seen this before. Groin. Tricep is basic action and failure. Temple, basic action failure. Okay, 3 of them are basic action failures. And the groin, we don't want to crit with, right? There's a +1 damage token. And they will always attack poor Boba. Alright, well, we'll do the groin last, just in case we get hit with all these attacks. So, again, I only need, well, now I need forced wound, because I didn't get the pounce in. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I need forced wound. So let's do the strange hand first. 2. That's a failure. So he turns to attack me. Basic action. I'm not in the bushes. So 2s to hit. Oh my goodness, I rolled 2 1s. That's probably, you probably won't be able to see these rolls from being that far away. But 2 1s I will take. So 1 hit to the waist. Ugh. Ugh. I'm down to a light injury in the waist. Okay. Next one is the Beast Temple. Let's get a different die in here, right? Need a 4 to wound. Sweet. 4. That's 1 wound. Into the tricep. Stabbing him. 8. Sweet. That's another wound. Not a critical, though. And then the last one. We want a wound, but not a critical. Perfect. Got a 6 in the fuzzy groin. I just like softly tapped it. You know, softly tapped that groin there. Just enough to do a wound, but not a critical wound. Okay? So that was good. That was 3 wounds. That's exactly what we asked for. That's what we got from Boba Fett. So thank you, favorite character of all time. Boba's done. Finn was down on the ground, so he can't do anything. Can't really spend survival. I could yell to bring him up, but I'm not going to. Okay, so it is the monster's turn again. He's going to be attacking Yoda here because he's got the priority target. Power SWAT, closest threat facing range, doesn't matter. It's going here. So it's speed 1, so that means it's only going to be 2 attacks. Accuracy 2, 2 damage apiece, so it's really 3 damage. This does knockback, so accuracy 2, but you know I'm all jacked up. Bushes 4, 5 creates 6 vests. So 6 is to hit, a 2 and a 7. So now normally, right, I would be able to dodge this, and we would be happy and we move on. But I can't dodge it. So this power SWAT smacks me right in the chest for 3 damage. I've got leprosy, so it's only 2. So I'm down to 1 armor in the body. And knockback 6. The target is moved 6 spaces directly away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not knocked down, which is good. End of the monster's turn, so I get rid of the priority target token. Now he does the claws attacks, which is going to be a pain right here. So 1 through 5, Boba. 6 through 10, Mara Jade. It is Boba. And he's going to pull him, I guess, that way, right? Directly away from all threats. So directly away from... Oh! From Yoda here. So it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lands on poor Finnegan and knocks him away. So that's I think when you get stepped on, you get pushed back, I think 6 spaces away. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And Boba gets knocked down there. Now the reason being, my extended claws. Yeah, I couldn't have dashed away. It wouldn't have mattered. The reason why he didn't go in this direction was because both these guys are knocked down, so they're not threats, which is why he went directly away from Yoda here and went to the left, really into Finn, which knocked Finn away. You're knocked down. You're no longer knocked down when a collision with a monster. Okay. Because that really doesn't matter. Just looking at the shield mastery. Alright, so Boba actually gets 2 damage to the hand. Luckily I still have armor there, so I'm at 1. Okay. End of the monster's turn. She gets to stand up, because that happened during her turn when she fell down. See if I can fix her arm real quick. Yeah. Okay. Boba is... well, he's laying down. Finn stands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He should be here. Okay. So it is my turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 wounds left on this lion. No one can use survival. Mara Jade is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away, so I can attack. So let's first go in with Finn. Let's get Finn back into the fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go next to him. Not too sure why I'm going to go next to him, but I feel like I'm going to. So this is 3 attacks, right? Because I got a +1 speed. I'm looking for 10, so perfect hits here. I need 6s to hit, though. Okay. They don't even add up to 10. No hits. Can't surge. So let's have Mara Jade attack. 3 attacks. Hits on 7s. 1 hit. Alright. She is doing horrible. In the ear. Beast ear. Strength 4. So I need a 6. Alright. It's a wound. It's a wound in the ear. Arrow in the ear. And Yoda's just going to walk on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like the monster's turn. Man, this not having survival with 3 of 3 of your 4 characters hurts. Hurts a lot. All right, monster's turn. It is another mood. Bloodthirsty. When Bloodthirsty comes into play, draw an AI card. When a survivor suffers damage for any reason, place 1 token on Bloodthirsty. At the start of each monster's turn, if the Bloodthirsty has 3 or more tokens, remove all tokens and perform basic action. Okay, so Bloodthirsty. I know this happened a while ago. I think I'm going to play it as this says, suffers damage, meaning brain damage as well. So I'm assuming that the more that the monster affects you with physical damage or mentally, he gets bloodthirsty and attacks more. So this stays in play. Let's put this right here. I draw another AI card, which is Size Up. Alright. Random threat in field of view. So it's really anybody. Except for Boba. So let's roll off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is Mara Jade. Monster stares down his right turn to face the monster. The result of 4 or more. Yep. She gets knocked down too, right? Suffers 2 brain damage because he's a level 2. Our frenzied person over here is still getting affected by the scary lion. And I get knocked down. Ooh, and I suffered brain damage, so I'm going to put 1 token onto Bloodthirsty. Alright, end of the monster's turn. Now he's going to pull. So he's going to pull either Boba Fett or Finn. So let me roll off. Boba's 1 through 5. Ah, poor Boba. So, and now he's going to crash into these stone columns. Okay. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blows this column up. Okay. And then he pulls poor Boba this way. Really far away. And this is going to be 2 damage to the... not waist. Okay, head. Luckily I have armor there. Got dragged all the way across by my head. Ran into... I didn't collide, so I don't suffer damage from the pillar, but I did knock that pillar down. And guess what? Yay, Bloodthirsty gets another token. And the monster's really, really far away. Yay. Okay, good thing is, Boba gets to stand up this turn. Okay. Alright. Got this Cunning and Bloodthirsty here. Okay, my turn. She's down, so I can't use this silly circlet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, I can get an attack here. Boba's got to get to this. I think Boba might attack and then move away, so he doesn't get dragged anymore. We want Finn to start getting dragged. I got the monster in the corner, so that's going to be helpful. So let's attack first with Boba. So I'm not going to move out of the way here. So let's see. I would like to attack first and then move out of the way of the claw. Oh, you know what? No. I can move out of the way first. Because Boba's the only one that can actually dash, right? So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move over here. Just in case the monster does go forward. Okay, I get my 7 attacks. Hitting on 7s. And it's 1. 1 attack. And it's one of the ones where he would run forward. So let us... 4 is a wound. Sweet. So I actually go through his discard pile here. Stop. Oh, that one fell out, so let's actually do that. Okay, monster has 4 wounds left because Bloodthirsty is in play. This goes away. There's a lot of cards here. Okay, so I could Surge with Boba Fett, attack again, and still have 1 survival left to dash away. So I think it's worth it. Surge with Boba. This is what he did last game, right? He was the savior. Stabbed this white lion. This is what he does. Looking for 7s, but not many 7s. I don't want that trap card. I'll take like 3 7s. 3 7s. 1, 2, 3. Oh my, 5. 5. Oh boy. It's 2 more than what I wanted, right? So let's see. 5 times. The tail, the neck, the flank. Those are the 3. I don't want these other 2. But Boba got carried away. In the paw. Boba! Boba, you're too good. I only wanted 3 attacks, buddy. Not 5. Look at all these wounds we could have done. The neck, flank, tail, all without consequences. All without consequences. You just had to keep going. And pull the trap card. Okay. Boba. 3 attacks. 3 hits. Boba, this could kill you. I hope you know. You could have killed yourself right here. Foot, hand, and waist. 2 wounds each. Foot goes down to 1. Arm is a light injury. And waist becomes a heavy. Dry to Canthus. The two people that had Drydocanthus actually had to pop it. Boba gets knocked down. Three wounds. 3 wounds is what I called for. Three. I could have done it. Alright. Well. Boba, you gotta survive. You gotta survive this attack. You gotta survive this round. He's hurt. Yeah, if he gets pulled, I would have to dodge. I would have to dodge a hit from the arms and the waist to keep him from rolling. Oh, no. And that just caused the freaking trigger on Bloodthirsty. So he's going to perform a basic action. Ugh. Okay. Alright, well, let's get up there with Finn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 attacks. Hitting on 6s, I'm looking for those 10s. There's one of them. That's an automatic wound. And that would have done it. If Boba just listened, we would have just killed him with Finn. Let's get some other music going in here. Okay. So 2... Oh, so no, 1 hit. 1 hit. 1 hit in the tail. Oh god, it's a reflex. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Oh no, that's gonna suffer. Poor grab from Boba. Oh no. Alright, let me see if I can at least wound him. So a 6. 9? I don't have... Oh, this would have been awesome if I did a critical, but I don't have a critical here. It's another wound. Alright, reflex. Just gotta move forward. Surges would have been awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crashes through another pillar. Put that over here. And Boba gets dragged. 2 damage. To the body. Whew. Alright, Boba, you got armor there. So it's a light injury. Get dragged all the way over here. Poor Boba. Alright, monster's got 2 wounds left. So we got Yoda. He's not going to get within range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! I can actually move him 1 space. Let's do that. Man, Yoda is 1 away. So where would we want him to go? We want to plan out this claw attack, right? So Boba's not a threat. So whatever this next card is, which actually we don't know what it is. Let's have Yoda use his Rawhide Headband to look at this AI card. So this is the only card besides Bloodthirsty. Oh yeah, Bloodthirsty's going to go first, so it's going to be a basic action. And then it's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so if I don't move Yoda, he's going to do Bloodthirsty and attack our tank Finn first, which is what we want. Then he would attack Finn with this, whatever this AI card is. Then he's going to pull Finn. So Finn's got a ton of armor. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's use our Rawhide Headband, again, just to look at this, just so we know ahead of time. And it's alert. Sweet. So we really just have to worry about Bloodthirsty. Oh, and then he's going to pull alert, right? Ooh. Oh, this might be pretty good. Oh, but he's going to pull him down. No. Oh, but I can bring him up. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I think this is pretty helpful. So, Yoda's going to stay where he is. Okay? So now it's the monster's turn. Bloodthirsty. I've got 3 tokens. They go away. This is when Bloodthirsty's actually going to help me. Closest threat, basic action. 2 people knocked down. He's 6 away. He's 7 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go after Finn here. Okay, so it's 3 attacks. Oh, 1, a 3, and a 6. So I do have Monster Grease. An upgraded Monster Grease, right? So that's 2 evasions. So he only hits me once, actually. 2 damage to the head. I've got this leather mask that is now down to 4 armor. Okay. So that's Bloodthirsty. Now I'm going to play the Monster's AI card, which is Alert. Stays in play. I don't have to draw another AI card, which is great. And that's when they move within that vicinity. I discard this. Okay? So now, it's the end of the monster's turn. He's going to grab Finn, right? And he's going to move away from the only other threat here, which is Yoda. So he's going to go in the corner. 4. Finn's going to get knocked down. And take 2 damage to the legs, which is again only down to 4 armor. Now he did do 2 points of damage to me, so I do have to put 2 more points of Bloodthirsty on. Okay. Right? Now it's my turn. Watch this. She stands up. Boba stands up. I will have Mara Jade do the Cat Eye Circlet. Top 3 hit locations. We've got an ear, he backs up 1, a brow, and a paw, so nothing really that great. Okay, then I only have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, right, because we have Alert. We don't want that. So, this is what I propose. I propose that Boba Fett, who's on his deathbed here, yells to Finn to stand up. That's all he's got to do. He doesn't have to move, technically, into another space. He just has to stand up. Alert's still in play, right? Then Finn can attack. And Finn just needs to do 1 wound. Because there's no AI cards left in the monster deck. I've got 2 moods in play. So 1 wound kills this beast. That's what I'm going to do. So Boba goes. He's going to encourage Finn to stand up. Stay where he is, so he's not going to trigger this alert. And that's Boba's turn. That's all he's going to do. He's not going to... let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... Let's just move up maybe like 2 spaces. Yeah, not enough to pull this mood card into play. And let's have Finn go. So 3 attacks. With that +1 speed, it's actually coming in handy. A Lantern 10 will kill this monster. No questions asked. 5, a 3, and a 7. I think it's only 1 hit. It sure is. It's only 1 hit. And that hit is the ear. Alright, now I need a 6 or more to wound and kill this guy. 50-50 here, guys. Year 12, Kingdom Death. After like 2 weeks hiatus, I'm back. But this hunt is not over yet. It's a failure. The White Lion jumps back. Alright, so he jumps back. He can't jump back any further. He's trapped in the corner. Okay, we continue on. So, what do I do here? I think I just keep him... I think I just stay with what I'm doing. I could have... but Boba already went, so it's not worth it. Yeah, I spent my survival. I was gonna have... I was going to have Finn pull the alert card. Okay. No, let's keep it the way it is. Let's move Yoda 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. And I think that's it. Okay. Monster's turn. Bloodthirsty only has 2 tokens. No card in play, so he performs the basic action. So he's going to turn to face Finn here. 3 attacks. 2 hits. So 2 damage apiece to the hand and the body. Or I've got armor. Body's down to 2. Hands down to 3. Okay. Poor Finn here. You know, he's still upset that he was called a peaceful flower. Then he's going to get dragged, right? But I think he's just going to stay right here in the corner because he can't go any further. Can't go that way because he's going closer to my guys. He stays here, so luckily I have this monster trapped in the corner here. Finn takes another 2 damage to the hand. So he's down to 1 armor in the hand, and that was 2 more points of Bloodthirsty. Now luckily it says at the start of each monster's turn. So next turn he's going to get this Bloodthirsty in play. Okay, so it's back to me. Now, I have Alert in play, which I don't want Boba to pull. I can't stand Finn back up, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to have maybe Yoda pull the alert card. So let's do that. So it's really 4 spaces away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if I go to here, so let's do that. So 1, 2. I move there. The monster moves to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He performs basic action, this monster here. Stop their movement. They gain the priority token. Discard alert. So alert's going to go back in the AI deck here. Yoda gains a priority target token. 3 attacks, hitting Yoda, who's our dodge guy. So it's 2, 3, hits on 4s. 2 hits. So this is 2 damage, but really only 1 damage, right? Because leprosy is almost the greatest thing ever. The foot and the waist. Both down to 3 armor points, so this is great. Now it's my turn. Yoda can swing away with his Zimbato, looking for a 6. That's an 8. This could be it. Hit location in the brow. This thing is ridiculous strength. 6 with Yoda's 7, 8, 9. Anything but a 1. Let me say my speech again. Year 12. Kingdom Death Monster. Settlement of Dagobah. 2 weeks off. A 5. Not that exciting, but enough to wound. 2. Oh, sweet. And it's 2 wounds. Snarling, the monster swats its attacker. The attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Oh, well, he's dead anyway. Don't matter. So, it is 2 wounds because it's devastating. Plus 1 additional wound. So I discard alert, and the next one kills him. So, he is dead. Question that I would like to ask is, I wonder if this wound would actually come into play. Because it says, snarling, the monster swats at its attacker. The attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Perform basic action. Of course it doesn't perform the basic action, but I wonder if I suffer the 1 brain damage. Because what if this was like, if you wound him, you gain a resource? I don't know. I'll ask that to anyone watching this. I'm sure I could look it up. It doesn't really affect, he's got 4 insanity right now, so it wouldn't change anything. But I wonder if this would go into play. This might get canceled because the monster dies, so he doesn't get his reactions, which is what would make sense, which is why I'm not doing this. But if someone finds a reason that this would come into play, or an example of, like I said, if I would have gained a resource maybe, yeah, let me know. So, White Lion is dead. I gain 6 White Lion resources. That was pretty close. a fight. But yet again, I think I could have done extremely better if they all had survival, of course, right? I don't know. That actually went pretty well. So, 6 resources. I'm looking for bones here. Bone, 1. Claw, bone. An eyeball. I'm also looking for the golden whiskers for that harp. I would like to get that harp. A mane, fur, and the hand. So is that 3 hide, blah 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 blah. Organ. Make sure I don't get anything special. When you gain this resource, a random survivor gains +1 insanity. Let's do that real quick. Randomize this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is Finn. Gains an insanity. Okay, nothing else from anyone else. That's 6. And then I gain 4 basic resources. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Bones, bones, bones. Hide, hide. Bone. Love juice. Oh yeah, I'll definitely take love juice whenever. Survivor of your choice gains +1 insanity. So let's give that to Boba, who has none, so he's got 1 insanity. Alright. So, pretty good fight. I feel good. I'm glad I got to play this again. I've been really waiting and dying to play. No one died, which is awesome. Before I go, let's check off some weapon proficiencies. Sometimes I usually forget that. So Yoda gains 1 because he's doing grand weapon, and he definitely did weapon hits with this Zambato here. Boba Fett started to do Katars, so we're going to do the 1 there. Mara Jade does not have enough proficiency, and Finn didn't have enough proficiency for weapons. Alright, so I'll set up the settlement phase, and hopefully I can try and set this up tonight so it will go out tomorrow, which is Monday, for everyone to see. So let's set up that settlement phase and see what happens this year. Okay, so we are back to the settlement. I have my 4 returning survivors, so let's give them their experience. So Mara Jade gets her 2nd hunt XP, so that is going to trigger age. That should be right here. Okay. The time in the darkness has changed her. So she gains a weapon proficiency, so of course that's going to be bow the next time I go out. And I get an 8, which is a random fighting art. Alright, Mara Jade gains Rhythm Chaser. Have we seen this before? Gain +1 evasion token the first time you critically wound during a showdown. Rhythm Chaser cannot be used if there are any shields or heavy gear in your grid. I wonder if... Is this Phoenix stuff heavy? It's not. Sweet. So that's actually pretty good for her. So let's, let me write this down. Rhythm Chaser. Pretty cool. Alright, gains +1 evasion. Not so bad. So that's Mara Jade. Next is going to be Finn. He gets his 2nd hunt XP. So his time in the darkness has changed him. 13. Yeah, fighting art. Of course. What else? No way. I did shuffle this. You guys saw that, right? Finn, the apathetic, peaceful flower, is also a Rhythm Chaser. I don't know what that means. Are they like... Do they like to dance? I'm not too sure. But it's pretty crazy. Look at all these arts, and I grabbed the same one twice. Oh. You're right. Let's see. Boba Fett gets his 3rd hunt experience, and Yoda also gets his 3rd, but really it was a lot more than that. But remember, he was the one that switched his name and went all the way back. Okay, so I get 4 endeavors. I actually get 5 because Yoda does He is a tinkerer, so he gets +1 if he's a returning survivor. I don't think anyone else is. Nope. So I have 5 survival. Come back, I have to do a dreaded settlement event. So let's roll off. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This year we have Clinging Mist. The settlement is hidden beneath a thick green mist. Something about the way the lantern light passes through it makes it seem alive. Roll a d10. A 1. Pretty scary. Where the mist touches the skin, bright red bolts bloom into existence. The painful bolts leave the survivors desperately scratching themselves. The returning survivors suffer the worst and must all skip the next hunt. Oh my jeez Louise. Oh, but that's it though. Okay. Well, they have to skip the next hunt. At least they're not dead. That would suffer the worst. Let me check all this off. Alright, well that means that I was planning on fighting a phoenix. I just don't know if I have enough characters to go fight a phoenix, because these guys all have, 2 or 3 hunt experience. And I need that in order to fight a phoenix, because they could rewind time and kill my newborn babies. So, I might have to fight something different now next year because of this silly mist. That is, that's out of the way. Next is update the death count. No one died, which is great. Update the timeline. So, check this off. So now I have, and here's another question. I don't know if I can do the timeline in any order. I have the Hooded Knight and the Principal Conviction. So I don't know if I can do the Hooded Knight first or the Principal Conviction. I'm going to do the Hooded Knight first, unless someone yells at me and tells me otherwise. So let's do that. Hooded Knight. Because all it says is add it to the timeline. So I guess it can happen anytime. Hooded Knight. Now, we've seen this Hooded Knight come to our town many times before. We still don't know what his plans are. The survivor has the Twilight Sword. I don't have the Twilight Sword. So, I have to roll in his mysterious agenda. 9. The Hooded Knight forces a tattered parcel into the hands of the returning survivor with the most hunt XP. If tied, randomize. The Hooded Knight leaves with unfinished business. Alright, so it's going to be either Boba Fett, which is a 1 through 5, or Yoda, which is 6 through 10. And it is Boba Fett. The tattered parcel. And if they're, let's see, and he leaves with unfinished business. So unfinished business, I add the Hooded Knight to the timeline 4 years from now. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So year 16. Hooded Knight again. So he finally gives me what I've been waiting for. The tattered parcel. The survivor gains the Twilight Sword rare gear. Place it in their gear grid now. The survivor may select Twilight Sword as a weapon proficiency type. This weapon is cursed. Cursed! This may not be removed from your gear grid for any reason. When you die, archive this card. So let me go get the Twilight Sword. Rare gear. So that's a shame because Boba Fett was he was like my Qatar guy. I really liked him in that role. But I get the Twilight Sword. I guess this Twilight Knight was seeing how good I was out in the battlefield these last 2 years. It gives me this. So let's see. It is a two-handed melee weapon. Finesse. Other. So 1 attack, a star to hit, and a 9 strength. So let's see. It's slow, cursed, cumbersome. Sentient Irreplaceable gains Devastating 2 when fighting the Watcher. So that is the boss. So Devastating 2 is pretty good. Alright, the accuracy is 9. Twilight Sword proficiency level. So, it looks like the more proficient I become with the Twilight Sword, every year I use this, I gain an extra proficiency. So I start with hitting with a 9. One attack, hitting on a 9. Ooh. So I would have to sacrifice Boba Fett to go out there, swinging with this silly sword. You know, in year, 12? He can't even go out next year, so 13 to do 1 wound. Man, that's rough. Do I even want to use this with him? It has to go in his gear grid, which I have room for, so I don't have to sacrifice anything else. That's just a shame, because if you got this early, if you get this Hooded Knight earlier, you could be proficient with this now and start swinging it. So I guess if I used him every year, by the time I got to the Watcher, it'd be pretty ridiculous. Hitting on 3s or 4s, strength 9, 3 wounds each. That's pretty good. So I might have to think on it. At least I don't have to think of it for next year because he's got these boils on him. So I'm fine there. Okay. Next is Principal Conviction, which is on page 141. Okay. Here we go. My last principle right here, conviction. The survivors must find a reason to be, treasure the darkness in all its mystery, or seek to master it and grow strong. So I have to pick one of these. I can either master the darkness, or I can treasure the mystery. So I am going to master the darkness this time. Last time I did treasure the mystery with my buddy. I just want to switch it up and do something different and master the darkness. So, life is finding the perfect death. Okay, well, maybe this isn't really what I wanted to do. The lantern is power. By its light, all will be led to their final glorious moment. Add Hands of Heat to next year's timeline. Okay, we've done Hands of Heat before. Alright, I got the Hand next year. I have to fight him. And Hand of Heat. Yeah, so next year, as a Nemesis encounter, I have to fight the Hand. But before that, I'll do this Hands of Heat. Okay, the settlement gains the Conviction Principle Barbaric. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. Okay, so this is Barbaric. What I chose. So I gain +1 survival limit. Great, so I'm up to 5, which, finally. And believe in the power of the human strength to overcome any obstacle. All current and newborn survivors gain +1 permanent strength. Pretty awesome. So everyone currently alive, and anyone that I have, any new babies, gain this ability. So what I'll do is, all my current survivors, when I have like their record sheet, I'll add my +1 strength, and I'll mark like a B next to it, or somewhere on their sheet, so I know that they got the +1 from Barbaric. I'm not going to go through all my characters now. I guess I could, but say I haven't used the character sheet for maybe one of my characters. I'll know if I gave them the +1 from this or not by that little B. So that's a tip that I would suggest using. And then any new characters. So that's pretty cool. +1 strength. I think that's going to be helpful. And now I need to roll for this, and this is what I might have mentioned a little bit earlier. So I have to roll a D10 and look at the result on the below. I am praying. Well, I'm not going to say praying. I am hoping that I roll a 6 or higher. I feel good. I did not feel good there. I gotta feel good. I gotta feel good. Ooh, I spy a good die on the other side of the board. I switched up my dice, and Yes! I saw that 10 on the other side of the board, and I roll a 10 here. Okay, 10. I'm not going to read what happens on 1 through 5 for you guys. Okay, maybe I will. Okay, we'll see. All right. Nominate a survivor. So let's well, if he's going to be like the leader, let's do I want to pick Yoda for this? I want to pick Yoda for this. Or Boba Fett. Maybe Boba. Let's do Boba Fett. You know, he got courageous from the Twilight, you know, the Hooded Knight, so let's do that. Nominated survivor. They gain +4 courage and the following ability. Alright, +4 courage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, he's 1 away from max courage, which is see the truth. Pretty cool. Alright, nominated survivor. They gain +4 courage and the following ability. Thundercaller. Once a lifetime, on a hunt board space after overwhelming darkness, in place of rolling a random hunt event, use 100 as your result. Ooh. I don't think have we done 100? I forget. Thundercaller. Thundercaller. And that's a once a lifetime. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, I will say, I guess there's no spoiler alert. You guys are watching this video, right? So I'm going to read to you what would happen on 1 through 5 and explain, you know, unfortunately I played this before, so I knew this was coming. The settlement celebrates with a destructive feast. Lose all resources, including the storage. Yes, lose all resources, including the storage. So everything that I've saved and gained from this hunt, I would have lost. And that really sets you back, especially if you're not prepared for it, which is the reason why I did not go mining this year, because if I found iron, I wouldn't have had a chance to spend it. So I think this is a rough year. And that's what happened to us last time I played. I lost all of our resources. It really set us back. The good thing is that you do get to nominate 4 survivors. The 4 survivors that go out in the next hunt, they gain +1 permanent speed and honorable but disorder, which isn't that great. But the +1 speed is cool, so I guess that's the way for them balancing it. It just sucked because I've got a lot of resources right now. I've got enough bone actually to build my scrap smelting. So you know, it really would have set me back, you know, a year or two, maybe 2 years. Because of that. So I'm glad I rolled the 10. I'm glad that Boba Fett, he's close to his high courage. I got the Twilight Sword. I had a pretty good year. So that's those 2 things out of the way. Everyone's going to get the +1 strength, which is pretty sweet. As you can see here, I did not set up what I was going to build in case I lost this all. So I'm going to pause it right here. I'll do my normal setup of what I'm going to build. And I'll tell you what I decide on. Alright, so I had to do a lot of research, checking to see what was in my settlement storage to hopefully get everything out of the way here and done correctly. So first things first, I'm going to spend one of my 5 endeavors to do scrap smelting. So this is 6 bone, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from this hunt. And I had a great cat bone. Great cat bone? Oh yeah, I had a question mark for my settlement storage, which is again face down. So I'm spending these 6 bones, and then I need 3 scrap. So I technically have 4 broken lanterns and 2 scrap in my settlement storage. So I'm spending my 2 scrap first and 1 broken lantern. Okay? So I'm going to erase that now. So I'm down to I'm down to 3 broken lanterns. as basic resources because I lose my question marks. So I build the I build the blacksmith, which is a new location which builds some pretty badass weapons. This is like the best weapons in the game you can build. I've never built any of these. And the best armor set in the game, well, I don't know if it is. You have to unlock it. This far, I've never built any of these personally either. Look at what they need. They need 1 to 2 iron each, and all these, 7 bone for the helm. Who knows? I'm assuming this is what you need to do, or the best thing to do, which is why I unlocked it, because I don't want to run into an instance where I lose all my resources again, because I think Hands of Heat, there is an option to do that, so let's spend the resources, get it out of the way, let's build this, build the blacksmith, and just have it ready. So that is one endeavor. Second endeavor that I'm going to do is I'm going to make this shimmering mane 2 hides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hides I'm going to make into leather. So I'll mark this off as, actually let me do that right now. I'll write in my settlement, what is that? I think strange resources. Yep, so I have 5 leather right now. Okay, so that takes care of those. That was my second endeavor. Third endeavor, I'm going to innovate. So a monster hide from this year and a monster organ, as well as my last bone for my settlement storage, which is a great cat bone. So again, I have that special one, right? So I think I draw 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, looking for Hovel. Man, I just cannot find Hovel. I think we're going to do storytelling. Add storytelling consequences to innovation deck. Because they have this cool thing. Tale as old as time. I have no idea what that is. Sounds pretty awesome. You need 2 endeavors to do it. I add more consequences. I'm not really interested in these other 3. Maybe sculpture consequences. I don't even know what those are. But let's do storytelling. +1 survival limit. Sweet. So I'm now at 6 survival limit. I have storytelling now. So let me put that in. Storytelling. So that was my third endeavor. Okay. So I have I have 2 left. Which brings me to trying to craft some iron. So check this out. Out of the scrap smelting, down here at the bottom, I can do, what is that, purification. So I can spend an endeavor, and I roll a die. 1 to 2, nothing happens. 3 to 9, I can spend 3 scrap to add 1 iron, which again, I have 3 scrap. I've got 3 broken lanterns. And a 10 is I can do this multiple times. I don't really need to do it once. So I'm going to spend my 4th endeavor and not roll a 1 or a 2. 9. Cool. So I'm going to spend those 3 broken lanterns to make 1 iron. Okay. So I'm going to take that 1 iron. I anticipated I was going to be able to get an iron out of this. So I'm spending my 1 iron, an organ, a archived tail feathers, which, making sure I still have that. Yep. I've got tail feathers. It's probably my last good piece from that phoenix that I'm still picking apart. I'm trying to build this phoenix fauds. Fauds? Fowls? I don't know. It's like the waist for the phoenix. So I need an iron. Oh yeah, my tail feather, an organ, and a leather. So I'm going to spend 1 of those leathers that I just created. So I go down to 4 leather. I spend the tail feathers, so that gets erased in my settlement storage. And I gain the waist piece for the phoenix set. When you depart, gain +1 insanity. Just another piece that I wanted to get out of the way that I can add to my archer class. So these all go away now. That's all marked. I have 1 endeavor left, so I can either use Shrine for the extra armor, or I could try for Drums or Augury. So let's do this love juice, get this love juice out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to nominate Sabine and Chewy. They're going to be my 2 parents. So again, I think I roll 2, and I picked the highest. So let's bring up, what is it, intimacy? Intimacy. Okay. So I'm having a child here. A 6 and a 2. Let's definitely take the 6. Yep. Cool. A new survivor is brought into the world. So I'm going to pick, so that brings me to 13 population. Okay. I'm going to need, I want another female, because I think my females are kind of low still. Going by, like, silly alien names. Let's do Jawa. Jawa. Jawa is a female? I guess. I don't know. I won't do the +1 strength here. I'll do it on their actual character sheet, like I mentioned earlier. So I have one more endeavor. I could roll. Do I want anyone to gain an extra understanding? Maybe Yoda. He's close. Never gotten full understanding. Or drums would be sweet. Drums would be sweet. Let's try drums. I want to try and get Finn back in the game. And get rid of apathetic. So let's have Finn. He's going to roll for drums here. As my last endeavor. 9. That's what I need. 9 or more. Remove 1 disorder from any survivor. Departing survivors gain +1 survival. Sweet. So that is a disorder, right? Apathetic? Yes. And I'm removing that. From Finn. He's back in the game. He's not no peaceful flower. He's a fighter who has blisters all over his body, apparently. So he can't go out and fight. So I will have to have 4 new survivors go out next year. Captain Phasma will probably be one. Like I said, I wanted to do a Phoenix next year because obviously I'm 1 gear piece away from filling out this set. I think I need, what is it, the hands? So I need small feathers, and I definitely don't have any. I don't have any small feathers. Nope. So I needed to kill a Phoenix, but I don't know if I have enough characters with 2 experience. So I might have to fight another level 2 white lion or an antelope. I'm not sure. So I got 1 more year. Then I have to fight the hand. Ugh. And then go on from there. So if I don't fight a Phoenix next year, it's going to be another level 2. I should be able to kill him pretty easily. I hope. This year went pretty well. We'll see what happens. So just wanted to show everyone. I don't know if you can actually see this. This is my updated settlement, what I have. So let's just take a quick peek, even though you probably can't see anything here. So I've got 1 sword beetle left. No more white lions. No more basic resources. I've got the 4 leather in storage. No screaming antelope. I've got 2 of these droplings from the Phoenix. 1 of those other puceltes. And a small hand parasite. That's it. I used everything else. So this was a good year for me to catch up, build stuff. No one died. I didn't get a really bad random event. I didn't lose all my resources. So some good time off. I'm glad. I'm back in the game. I'm excited. So hopefully in another day or 2 I'll be able to do next year. And hopefully by the end of the week I will be fighting the hand. The guy who taught me how to use a shield properly is going to come back and see if I can put them to good use. So this is Lord Epion signing off for Hit Points Gaming. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next year.